So you want to start a new Formula Student EV team. Maybe you've had an ICE car before and now you want to go and create an EV car. What do you need to do and what do you need to change? These are the key questions you need to ask. Look at your team. If you've done a petrol car already, then you already have people who are experienced in electronics or in ECU and those kind of areas. You will need a lot more of these people. If you've got people that have done a lot of thermal work and thermal simulation, part of the cooling for the engine, you will still need these people. A battery is still a mechanical assembly. They have different constraints. You have to think about voltages and currents, but you still have to think about vibration and you have to think about the thermal constraints that the battery needs to operate under, both in terms of warming it up so it works well and you compete well, and also in terms of keeping it cool so you don't have any problems. So the skills are more common to ICE and EV than perhaps you might think, but you will need a lot more electrical engineers than you've had before. And it's well worth reaching out if you're in a mechanical department, reaching out to your electrical engineering department and seeing if you've got people that are doing electrical courses that might want to join your team. You will need them. So you've got different things to do. You've got to look at a motor, you've got to look at an inverter, that is the switches that allow you to power the motor, and you've got to look at the battery. These are the three core components that will be changing compared with the petrol tank and the cooling system and the petrol engine that you had before. So what do you need to do? Well, the first thing you really need to do is understand that if you're starting from scratch, this will take more than a year. And you're going to have a plan for a multi-year team to gradually develop, maybe through the concept class, and then going on into a competing built car into a real event. So put the plans in place first. And the best way to do that is make sure you have a good database, a wiki if you want, of storing your data and making sure that you can learn those lessons and the people that are coming after in subsequent years will still be able to benefit from them. So you've got those three components, the battery, the inverter and the motor. We'll talk about a bit more of them in detail in the next few blogs, but that's the first thing you need to look at. But before you do anything else, go and read the rules. Everyone says this at the start of every competition, but read the rules. It's important that you understand what it is you're trying to design. Also, don't forget, you've got lots of valuable race data from your petrol-powered car, and you should look at that in order to look at the amount of energy you're going to need and how you're going to do the system design. Write down good requirements. We'll talk a bit more about that in the next one, but for now, read the rules, get your team in shape, and make sure you've got a multi-year plan to support those lessons.